feels like they have this pick, this dive that's available to them.
Everyone can go forward on this lineup. Aphelios, not the most mobile AD carry, but he is willing to advance with the rest of his team.
What I want to see this game is how Scout is going to move around. He has so much mobility on this champion, and especially early on, the Aurora matchup is very, very punishing for Knight. There are a few moments where you can actually take advantage of it, but in terms of your... Oh, wait a minute. This is a gank. This is a gank. Oh my god.
Yep. Hayes had the defensive position over to the left. Wink, not the same story, and that is first blood for Elk's Lucian.
I didn't think it was going to go their way.
Yeah, I was definitely favoring BLG in that setup. As we talked extensively before, how powerful Braum can be in those skirmish scenarios where it's a bunch of champions stacked on top of each other, but
I wonder if Shun could actually steal one more. His smite's coming up in like 20 seconds. If there's a fight that lasts for this long, maybe.
Elk does kite away with the dash, and good flash by Shadow avoids the headbutt pulverized combo, but this might be Shun being able to grab the second grub of the game since Knight went back to the mid lane. Scout was able to cover this time as the first mid laner to move over into the river. And Shun, I should say, is just gonna be greedy with the smite, not necessarily needing it, since everyone for BLG is able to just give up space for it, so absorbs it and not pays the AD carry, and Shun is spotted on that tri-bush. Shun will be able to at least push Elk back in a way, but On might go down here. Does have glacial fissures because he is level 6. He's also got exhaust and flash, and even Scout arrives towards the top side of the map, will give himself his first kill of the game and ensure the demise of the support of BLG. Knight is now here to cover, but Shun is going to look now for Elk. The shockwave is flashed by Shun. Well done by the jungler JDG. And Knight has no real response against JDG. Might set them up for success for this dragon fight, but On is sitting on top of a ward. Wink is looking for the re-engage. Headbutt pulverized Volt Breaker right on top. On tries to flash away. Stand behind me to Elk. Now Shadow re-engages, and he's got Knight in his back pocket looking for a shockwave. Has yet to use it. It's coming off cooldown. Doesn't even need it for now. Elk guns down the cow. And now Scout could be the next one to fall, but he is able to get enough distance between him and the rest of BLG. It is a good look for them to give a priority for the second dragon and just invest resources into trying to get Scout ahead of Knight in this matchup. The Rift Herald.
The whole point of the play before was to make sure that Knight was uncomfortable. Maybe they make a play going back in because they still have ultimates. They still have abilities to play with.
Shun going in. He finds the cease and desist right on top of Knight. Massive knockup from Wink. Can Scout get in there? But good shield from Braum as he's able to block damage. But Paze finds Knight in the back line with that Moonlight Vigil. And now Paze trying to step up and be the hero for JDG. But Shun goes out. Shadow flashing forward onto Paze. Paze can only go forward, but is he going to get any kills back? No! BLG turn the tides of the battle and now find themselves ahead in the game.
I want to watch that back because I don't think Wink was doing his damnedest to make sure that Aphelios can fire. That is his entire job this game, is stop Xin Zhao from getting onto him, stop Braum from applying any meaningful CC. So BLG, they get kills, they get Scout's flash as well, and they grab the mid-tier turret.
100-0 anytime soon. He went for the Leandry so that he could at least burn the HP off of that Rod of Ages stacking on Knight's Orianna there. As you called out,
I think it's a mistake, man. This Leandry's is so fake. One here. So this means it is so much easier, more convenient for Elk and Bin. Push those lanes out, get into the spot so you can get this dragon. So third dragon of the game goes over to BLG, and honestly, we're looking at Jing Dong as a bit slow here to the push. Already too late. Scryers comes out, Wink knocks him out. That's Otacon for free going over to JDG, and now you're going to see the rush come in from BLG. How much more can they grab? They're going to be able to push a mid lane turret.
First time this series that JDG have picked up an Otacon for themselves, and now this is a major team fighting buff that can help them try and turn the series around into a win. As Wink engaging onto Shadow for a knock-up there, Shadow answers back. Glacial Fissure will slow down the fight. Wink might be in trouble, already popping the ultimate for damage reduction. Shadow has him locked down with the dark possession. Scout goes in, Shun onto the backline, looking to blow up Elk. They got the Lucian, and now JDG, can they carry out the fight? On's gonna be the next target to fall. Shadow trying to turn the fight around, looking for Scout on this Aurora and blow up these stacks here as they finally knock out the Aurora. But Xiaoshu is dancing on the picks up a triple kill. It's a 2v2, but Shadow will find Shun alongside Bin, and I don't think Xiaoshu can find a 1v2 in this scenario. He's got a lot more HP. He tries to fly.
He's doing it!
Looks for Shadow. Can he find Bin next? But he has to deal with the Maiden and the power of the sustain of this Yorick. Xiaoshu is doing his damnedest, but in the make a bin that stands over them all.
And our former Royal Never Give Up top laners go at it in a duel. It is a verified quadra kill here for Xiaoshu, taking 4 members of BLG down and unable to do the rest. I mean, that was a really close fight. I was wondering when this Ambessa was going to get interested in the end.
This calculation could have costed JDG. They're still down in gold, but a quick pick on the on could at least give them a small advantage for this next dragon that just spawned. Hang on, Xiaoshu catching Shadow as well. There's no flash on the Xin Zhao. He tries to push him away with the Crescent Guard, but it was into the wall, so not that much distance gained. JDG just took 2 members off the map, and that's Baron.
And that might be the honeymoon over for BLG, as now JDG get access to the Baron. They get 2 free kills off of that. The only thing that's going well, thank you to our observers, BLG grabbing the Dragon at the same time. Yorick already moving into that, so that'll be Dragon's sole point here for Bilibili. But JDG are winning fight after fight and getting it closer for their opponents. Now, going on to this mid-tier one, it's going to be a single turret earned during this play, and they'll still have 2 minutes after this Baron subsides before that Dragon spawns.
Yeah. For BLG's sake, they are now on Soul Point. And Chemtech's Soul is a lot stronger these days than we might have remembered it earlier in the season. Now the rest of JDG pushing up on the bottom side of the map. Scout pushing solo into the mid lane. BLG getting a little scary, trying to jump onto Shun now as he tries to walk away. The concussive blows fully stacked, knocked up. Shockwave connects as well. Shun is deleted from Summoner's Rift, and Pays is going to be next. The flash away, what for? The concussive blows stack up anyway. They lose Wink in just a flash, and just like that, Alk, everything goes wrong for JDG, and BLG severely interrupted the teleport with the displacement. Xiaoshu at least will take Elk off the map, and Scout tries to take a tier 2 turret off away from BLG as well.
What is this? You're just gonna die?
There's not a minion wave to really clear, and Scout might have just compromised his position, forced the flash as well. And just like that, Scout loses both summoner spells to not really gain anything.
We should have just saved this. They need to chase them out right now. I'm gonna be honest though, Rafa. I feel like Wink is not playing this Alistar at all how he's supposed to. His spells no longer available for JDG.
Yeah, it is quite frustrating, as any JDG fan will tell you, to see advantages seemingly be thrown away like this. But BLG, they are dominant for a reason. They're able to find these windows to punish. Xiaoshu might be the next one, forced to flash away. Shun sends it, but does he have any follow-up? Not really. He tries to flash away, but he still ends up dying. And BLG finding Scout.
I'm conflicted. I feel like the 2 wolves inside me are barking at each other. Because on one hand, I really want to be excited for BLG. I've been such a fan of this team ever since they really got that core of
JDG in this river. There's just no chance to get into the pit. That Baron's gone.
Remember, all about entrenchment. How are you ever supposed to walk up through an Orianna ball here as JDG? You need to force the issue. They're already late on the mid wave. BLG are going to choke them out of this game. And if the dive composition couldn't get ahead early enough...
At least they should not on paper, but a teleport is coming in from Scout. A last-ditch effort. This could decide the game, as Shun is going to send it on to Elk. He has Flash and Barrier. Scout is able to join up with him. The GA is going to be procced here. Massive damage from Pays with the Moonlight Vigil and the Infernum Gun, but Elk is now able to survive. The flash from Pays gets himself away from Shadow, and a good knockup from Wink. Distance himself, but Xiaoshu will fall and pay the price. Wink is the next one, and BLG, even with the engage from JDG, still stand tall with all 5 members on their squad. They rout off Pays, and BLG are about to put the final nail in the coffin, and they will finally put to rest the undefeated streak from JDG in series score.
JDG, they beat him up twice in the regular season of last split, but it won't matter. BLG, this honeymoon continues. Shun goes on a one-way mission to go tag some former teammates. It's not enough. BLG are looking to continue being 5-0 in the LPL.
Game 1 does not matter in the eyes of BLG. It's all about how you finish the series in the end. BLG will take down JDG 2-1.
A very, very competitive series here.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.